Let's talk about catching salmon through the ice here in New Hampshire. The short version is you can't, but there is some confusion over what you can do and how far you can go if you do accidentally catch a salmon through the ice while ice fishing in New Hampshire. The only time it is legal to take salmon in New Hampshire is from April 1st to September 30th during the salmon season. You cannot take salmon any other time. And there's a lot of misconceptions about what happens if you catch one while you're ice fishing. So the law reads that it is illegal to take salmon through the ice and that all salmon caught must be immediately released. That said, what does it mean to take a salmon? Fishing Game's actual definition for take or taking. It includes pursuing, shooting, hunting, killing, capturing, trapping, snaring, and netting wildlife, and all lesser acts, such as disturbing, harrying, worrying, wounding, or placing, setting, drawing, or using any net or other device commonly used to take wildlife, whether they result in the taking or not. Includes every attempt to take and every act of assistance to every other person in taking or attempting to take wildlife, provided that whenever taking is allowed by law, reference is had to taking by lawful means and in a lawful manner. You can't target salmon. Incidental catches happen. That's why Fish and Game requires that all salmon caught through the ice must be immediately released. I recommend looking up the definition of immediate. And in case it's not clear, this was from a Facebook post that they posted not this year. Attention ice anglers. With the upcoming Meredith Rotary Fishing Derby this weekend, anglers are reminded that it is a violation to take salmon while ice fishing. Pulling the fish out of the water to unhook it is legal, so long as the fish is returned to the water, in capitals, immediately. Holding salmon out of the water for photos or showing around to your fishing pals prior to releasing is not allowed by law and is not good for the well-being of the fish. Avoid removing the fish from the water altogether by cutting the line as close to the hook as possible, or if hooked on a lure, to grasp the hook with pliers and remove it while the fish is still in your ice fishing hole. So taking fish out for photos and showing your friends, there's nothing immediate about a release when you take pictures of the fish. Another misconception is the suggestion to cut the hook as close to the fish's mouth as possible without removing them from the water. You are not required to do that. It is advisable to cut the line as close to the salmon's mouth as possible rather than remove the salmon from the water. That's what they want you to do. It's better for the fish, especially on a really bitter cold day when the wind chill is cold and it will freeze their gills almost immediately. But it is not the law. That is the skinny on ice fishing for salmon in New Hampshire. Let me know your thoughts about if you disagree with being able to ice fish for salmon. I'm interested to know why you think we should be allowed to take salmon through the ice here in New Hampshire. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks for following along. Appreciate all of you.